Just before we start this video, I want to make it abundantly clear that I am talking about Glitch Entertainment and not Glitch Productions. Anyway, so if you're unaware of Glitch Entertainment, he is essentially a niche micro celebrity within the Willy's Wonderland community, which is great. Now, that's fabulous, but being such a huge prominent figure in this Willy's Wonderland community is eventually going to lead to some lost media, and this is what we're going to be talking about today. Now, I have been paying close attention to Glitch Entertainment, and I noticed that some live streams that I got notifications for had just suddenly vanished off of the face of the platform. They were nowhere to be seen. Now, I know they had been deleted because I would press the videos and it would show that it was unavailable. So it really made me beg the question, how much Glitch Entertainment lost media is there? Now, this isn't exactly a topic that many channels are going to cover because, well, I don't know who would, but I thought, you know what, we might as well delve into it. Maybe he can elaborate on some of the questions I have by the end of this video. The first bit of lost media I'm going to cover is the Glitch vs Mom footage. Now, in the video, which was a YouTube channel review on Glitch Entertainment back in 2019, there is some content that he had put up that is no longer with us. He deleted it. I don't know why. All I have is this Glitch Entertainment closing by year's end graphic, which shows that Glitch Entertainment would be closing, and thus all the content that existed at the time on Glitch Entertainment will vanish into the shadow realm. Now, the first piece of lost media that I'm going to talk about from Glitch vs Mom is the GlitchCon Live livestream. So here we have the Battle for Entertainment GlitchCon Live and GlitchCon Live Christmas Edition announcement. So from what I understand, I think these were regular live streams that happened where you can participate with Glitch on something, perhaps vote to give people some awards. Here we have screenshots from the remainder of the GlitchCon Live talking about a main vote, so there's a voting system, and we also have another screenshot relating to early access. We also have this clip here. Which doesn't really tell us much. It's just, you know, a bit of eerie music with some glitched visuals of both channels. In terms of GlitchCon Live stuff, I believe it was held on Mixer, but I don't have any visuals from that, so nothing I can give you there. But I'm pretty sure that there were a few GlitchCon Lives, but I don't have any media that proves their existence. So this is all we got on GlitchCon Lives. We also have, very strangely, a song called Breaking the Pelvis. Now, I'm not going to play it because it has copyrighted material, but it's basically a Minecraft music video produced by Glitch Entertainment and sang by Lucas Salvin. I do not know who this is, and I never spoke to this person, so anything to do with this, I have no idea the history between them two. Though, a little fun fact, this was his most viewed video at the time, so you know, do with that what you will. We also have a cool little video called FNAF AR Episode 2 Endo Killed Me. And even though the outro's cut out at the end, the actual main content part is caught fully on video unobstructed, which is, I'm pretty sure that makes it the only Glitch Entertainment like old video that still exists. Which is pretty cool, I suppose. We also have a series, by the looks of things, called Enigma. I have no idea who the guy in this is, or what the episodes entailed. I don't remember anything from this. But by the looks of things, they're very short, so you're not really missing much by not seeing this. And this wasn't specifically in Glitch vs Mom. This is more like a still old content thing. But if you look back at Max diss track featuring Max and Max, official Max video, Alvin cover, and Steve Paralysis Demon on Mom Entertainment, you can see a video with Glitch Entertainment delivering a GlitchCon Live announcement. I can't transcribe what he's saying because in the first one, it's just muted. You can only hear like some music. And in the second one, it's distorted. I cannot hear anything. But it would be nice if someone can transcribe what he's saying. Maybe Glitch can do a good job doing that. I don't know whether he can, because I can't for the life of me understand anything. I mean, I'll play Steve Paralysis Demon quickly for you here. Hopefully you can make out something. But yeah, in terms of Glitch Entertainment old stuff, I think that is it. Now let's go to more recent stuff. FMC X Glitch stuff. Now I'm not talking about the Platinum Hunt series. I'm talking about just stuff relating between me and him, like the stuff we do together. This one is a cut episode from The Escapists. So we did an FMC versus Glitch on The Escapists in March of 2024. And the first time we tried to record it, it did not really go well because we didn't know what we were doing. And so this led to us just stopping the recording completely and just starting over again. Glitch Entertainment uploaded the cut episode just for me to preserve it or edit it into something, probably as a bonus for the Gaming with Glitch YouTube channel. But as it turns out, it's gone. I can't access it because the video has been deleted. I'm not sure why, but oh well, it's gone. I can never see it again. It wasn't interesting anyway, so nothing really to talk about there. And another little cool thing, it's not really lost media because I'm sure some people have pictures of this out there as well, but I have a purple head variant of his Pallid SMP skin. He's wearing like those neck scarves. He's still got the cat ears, and his outfit in general is just completely different. I forgot the exact date of when this screenshot was taken, but it was around mid 2023, so there was quite a huge amount of time between Pallid SMP and this screenshot. I just thought it was interesting. It's not exactly Glitch Entertainment lost media as much as it is, wow, this is kind of cool, and where else can I talk about purple haired Glitch Entertainment. Now we move on to some of his old playlists that he has deleted. Now I've used the Wayback Machine to go back in time and see his YouTube channel as it was 5 years ago, for however long it was. And I have a few playlists here that we can talk about. There's a playlist called A Series of Unfortunate Events OST. Now I'm assuming it's this. I don't know what A Series of Unfortunate Events is. I know there's a book series, but I don't know if this is that, or if this is the thing that he even did in the first place. Maybe it was like a really niche indie game, but this is the only thing I could see that tied in with that. I'm assuming maybe it didn't do very well, which is why he deleted it. I have no idea why. Maybe it got claimed so much so he deleted it, which probably makes more sense actually. He also had a playlist called Glitch Universe. I could not tell you what the hell was in this playlist. What does Glitch Universe even mean? It's beyond me. I don't know. Maybe he can explain in the comments. It may be GlitchCon Live stuff, but I don't know. I can't connect anything to it. There's also old Glitch content, and when I click on the playlist, the video is not there. I was assuming it was Glitch vs Mum because there was old Glitch content on it, but by the looks of things, no. We also have a Dead by Daylight mobile playlist, which I could only assume it was Dead by Daylight mobile gameplay. I'm not going to really have to think too hard about that one. I have a little quick story about that though. I did have TRMJ once try to get me to play that, but it didn't really work out. My phone wasn't exactly compatible with Dead by Daylight mobile for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. But anyway, we have the GlitchCon Live playlists, which probably has the 2 GlitchCon Live videos I mentioned. There's also an Animal Crossing Pocket Camp playlist. I remember this. This was actually deleted very recently. I don't understand why he couldn't have just made it unlisted, but he deleted it outright. There's also a playlist called FMC Ending Credit Songs. Now, if you haven't figured it out already, my name is FMC. Not in real life, that's not my legal name, but FMC is what I go by on YouTube. And I found this while browsing, and I was a little bit confused because I thought, did he compile my outro music into one playlist? And why? But no, it's just BioShock? I'll play a bit right now. There were 5 other videos in this playlist, which makes me curious what exactly this was about. I have never used any BioShock music before in my life, so maybe this was for some Glitch Chronicles project or something. This isn't lost media, but I wanted to bring up Space Engineers featuring Matty Doos. I don't know who that is, but this is a Space Engineers Let's Play from years back, and Glitch Entertainment has threatened to delete this, so I'm just warning you, this is probably going to be deleted, and this will have aged well and fit very well into this Lost Media video. There was another playlist called Minecraft Hard Mode Survival Season 1 featuring Emmy Birds. Here we have Glitch Entertainment Specials. There's 2 of these apparently. I don't exactly know what it is, but you know, I'm sure it was great. And the last thing, which wasn't a playlist, but it looked like it should have been part of a playlist, it's the Minecraft Story Mode Let's Play he did back in 2021 probably. It's gone. The episode links aren't there anymore. He streamed them and they have vanished. He also streams on Twitch, but he doesn't archive any of his streams, which means he streams and then it's just sent into the shadow realm. I don't understand. Maybe he just doesn't care about his content as much as I would, but hey, I'm assuming that's just me, I guess. Now let's talk about the #1 champion sound. Yes, that's right, we're going to be talking about it. The Max Nicholas nod. Now the reason why I'm bringing this up is even though it isn't Lost Media, it technically was between January 2020 or whenever he deleted his TikTok stuff back then, all the way until November 2020. Now let me give you a bit of information on the Nicholas nod. The Nicholas nod was actually a TikTok made by Glitch Entertainment in 2019. Now I don't use TikTok, so I think I was on a call with TRMJ and we decided to browse his TikTok account because he had left a link for it. So I was looking through it. The rest of the videos weren't really notable. They were just some random stuff he was doing or whatnot. I don't remember anything from it, but there was one that stood out and it was this one, just because of how out of place it was, and it was ridiculous. Now I saved this video not because I knew he would delete it, because I just thought it was funny, and a few months later or however long it was, I find out that he's purged his TikTok account. Now I wasn't in too much of a panic because I had already downloaded it, but I didn't let that be known until Raid came out in November of 2020. I ended up using it in a lot of Raid videos back then, such as Hijacker's new intro, and at the end of Leaked the very moment John Parker was sacked by Bradshaw Kinetics. Now I actually put #1 champion video in a video before Raid existed. I used it in Daring D5's trip to IKEA video, but it's kind of hidden. I don't think you would really know what it is or pay much attention to it.
My new intro.
But I suppose since there was other things going on in this video, it's less notable, I suppose, and you don't really notice it as much. But it's in there. But either way, it's no longer Lost Media, so you're probably wondering, where can I find this video? Now lucky for you, I actually have some locations that you can go and quickly search the video up. It's not on any of my main channels, they're kind of hidden, I guess, in some sort of areas of the internet. So the first place I have is the Incodex Raid Instagram account, which is no longer running, but you can go back to the 23rd of May 2021 to find the full video. A little bit cropped, it cuts out the TikTok watermark, I'm pretty sure, but it's basically the #1 champion video fully. Now another place you could probably visit is the Pmia Gaming YouTube channel. It has a sort of wavy version of the #1 champion video, which it has the TikTok watermark this time. And as a bonus, you also get a Halloween special, I suppose, of the Nicholas nod. And the third and final place you can look up the Nicholas nod is on Vimeo. I'm pretty sure there are more places you can find the Nicholas nod, but I don't know where they are. You're gonna have to find them for me, or you can repost it everywhere. I think it's time to move on from the Nicholas nod and move towards Glitch Signal. I think this was his second YouTube channel. I've checked the link, it's gone. There's no way to get it back, but I do know that it had some content on it. The first being the Safari Squad movie Glitch Signal exclusive trailer, Watch Your Step, I'm assuming that says. Now this has a bit of a funny story. For whatever reason, back in 2020, I was just on my phone on the Glitch Signal YouTube channel page, as you are, just rapidly refreshing the whole page over and over again just because I was bored. And then on one of the refreshes, I noticed that a video had appeared, and I was wondering, had he just uploaded one? But it was clear that he hadn't, because it said however many days ago it was. I don't have footage of this. And when I clicked on it, it was like a trailer for like a very low budget movie, and it was unlisted. So I don't know how I did it, but I managed to get an unlisted video that was never ever meant to be seen by anyone in my hands, which is a bit strange. And so I made a few jokes with it, such as this video on Raid, again, called Leaked, the Safari Squad movie 2021 full movie 4K HQ. And there's only a tiny bit of what was in the trailer. Unfortunately, I have lost the whole thing, which is why it's lost media. I used to have it downloaded, but I lost it probably whilst deleting like a lot of files, transferring phones, and I forgot to transfer that over. But this is all we've got. And I also have what looks to be a development screenshot of the editing process of making this film. There's like a green Jacksepticeye sort of thing in the middle. I'm not sure what was going on here, but this movie looked very interesting, and there seems to be a lot that I never even knew about, which is cool, I suppose. We also have a link to a Glitch versus #Raid. I'm assuming this was supposed to be a promotion for Glitch versus Raid, the one on my YouTube channel, but I'm not too sure. I suppose that's the best guess I got. But yeah, that's pretty much it with the Glitch Signal YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure it rebranded to Max Nichols. It was probably his second account, and it had some memes on there, as well as maybe a gameplay video. I'm not 100% sure, but it's deleted, I can confirm that much. What we can talk about is something Glitch Entertainment has made himself. It's called the Glitch Iceberg. I found this on the Reddit, so it exists on the r/Glitch Entertainment Reddit, and I am fairly sure it's also on the Glitch Entertainment Twitter account, but don't quote me on that. I haven't gone browsing on that because there's too many tweets for me to scroll down. It's kind of a huge ask. But here we have, I think I want to go through everything on this. At Glitch Entertainment on Twitter, that's his Twitter. There's some self-promotion, not self-promotion, but like, you know what I mean. OST videos, what he's most known for. Glitch Discord server. There's a lot of Glitch Entertainment Discord servers that I would have mentioned in this because it is lost media. It's just deleted. I'm sure he's left it and has forgotten names of it all, but I don't have any proof of all of them. I can't do anything about that, so I'm not going to bring them up, but he could elaborate in the comments if he wanted. And Aussie memes. Aussie Ostrich from Willy's Wonderland. I've not yet watched the movie, so I can't really comment on that, but I guess he was well known for that. Here we have 16/11/19, which is, I'm assuming, his YouTube channel's birth date. We have Willy's Wonderland ending animation. I feel like now that should be at the top of his YouTube channel iceberg, because everyone knows that. I'm not 100% sure why that was down there. It's his most popular video. We have Glitch Chronicles, which is wild that was on the exact same layer as Willy's Wonderland ending animation. Here we have Banana Splits kicked off Glitch's channel. I do remember this. He had a phase where he was doing Banana Splits content, and that kind of like gave him most of his views at first. We have Willy's Wonderland sub mod. I don't know what that even means. Maybe, sub mod, Reddit mod. Maybe he was a Reddit mod. I think maybe he's a Redditor. Damn, he's a Redditor. Glitch on Know Your Meme. I didn't know that, but I suppose he was on Know Your Meme. Geo Parsons retweet. That's definitely going to be framed on his wall. r/Glitch Entertainment. Again, I don't know if that should be on the same level as the other two, but oh well. The second bottom we have my logo. I guess I'm really that unknown. Thanks, Glitch. We have GlitchCon, Glitch Entertainment Google. I don't know what that means. Custodians. No clue. I couldn't tell you. Glitch Last Blood, which was, I'm pretty sure, like a thing he was doing or whatnot. It has music for it, that's all I know. Glitch server, named after Glitch Chronicles locations. I remember next to nothing about all of this. Glitch Entertainment old intro. I didn't even know he had an intro. Goddamn. And now we get to the bottom level, which is him on a throne looking very creepy and with a glitch effect. Mythical Gaming, that's the name he used to go by, I suppose, before he rebranded to Glitch Entertainment. That's a cool little trivia for you. Glitch prefers PlayStation. I don't know why that's at the bottom, like that's just a preference. You could put any opinion there, I don't know why that's there. FMC originally made Glitch vs Mom as a promotion. Again, that's more, should be on my iceberg, I don't know why it's on here, but oh well. Glitch first appeared on Mixer, that is true. Bob Ross Chicken, I'm running out of things to say about this, I don't know any of this. There's a lot of Glitch lost media than I thought. And this Saturday night, I don't know what that is, but I do know those Saturday nights. I was going through all my old records and I found 3 what looks to be like book covers, I suppose, with titles Late Shift, #1, Dreamcatcher, #2, and 1111, #3. They all seem to be written by Max Nichols. I don't know if you can even read these anymore or if they even were written in the first place and were just in concept stage, but these exist. Probably lost to time. But yeah, that's all of the iceberg. I thought now is a good time to show you all of his logos because I made them. I'm not saying I did a good job making them. That's up to everyone else to interpret. Probably not because I'm not exactly a professional. But I do have the files here, so I will just quickly scroll through all of them right now. I do want to point out this Mythical Wonderland one, which is just Willy's Wonderland being replaced with a duck. But yeah, in terms of logos, I guess that's it. Well, you're welcome for showing this, I suppose. Anyway, let's talk about Bradshaw Kinetics. Bradshaw Kinetics is a YouTube channel I have, which made soundtrack videos and then later on fake soundtrack videos. But there was once a Glitch Entertainment Max Nicholas theme video on Bradshaw Kinetics, and it is still public today, yet no one seems to know it exists except Blueberry Mask. Now the reason this is because it's using music from Estelle and Kanye West, and as such it has been blocked in the UK, but yet viewable in the US, which is really weird. I don't know why that is, but that just means Blueberry can see it because he doesn't live in the UK. I don't even think Glitch Entertainment himself knows this exists. Feel free to check out the Bradshaw Kinetics channel if you want to watch it. If you're in the US, of course, or at least outside of the UK. Maybe it's blocked only in the UK. And let's move on to the last thing that we're going to talk about, and that's his Willy's Wonderland review on his Letterboxd. I'll leave a link to his Letterboxd because there are a few interesting reviews, but the one I want to talk about is Willy's Wonderland 2021. Now the reason why I want to bring this one up is, even though this isn't exactly lost media, there's no other time I get to talk about this sort of stuff. So I'm just going to point out the fact that he gave this a 3.5 stars for a movie that basically helped him make his channel, which is a bit mean. But then again, I haven't watched it, so I don't know. At least he's on. But yeah, in terms of Glitch Entertainment, that's all I could really muster, to be honest. I'm sure there's a lot more lost media that I haven't covered, but I don't know where that is. And I don't really want to do any more research on Glitch Entertainment, thank you very much. That was more than I was willing to do. That's all I'm going to say for today. I want to do more stuff like this, so maybe you'll see me covering another topic. If anyone has any recommendations, please do let that be known. I will probably do it, unless it's another event disc, hell no. Anyway, see ya.